Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remaster. Today, it's going to be Troubleshooter versus Artosis. A replay sent to me by RJB. It's going to be a DEF CON 1 replay for some reason. Let's find out together. Top right, it is a Protoss player, a hated Protoss player. By Artosis, it is Troubleshooter. And in the bottom left, it is Valks, our long-standing Smurf name for Artosis. Pretty sure everybody knows it by now, but Artosis doesn't care because he likes it a lot. So, Valkyries, a great unit. You know Artosis. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitch. A lot of people have shown up to his live streams and stuff. It's a big stream with questionable content. But if you like that kind of stuff, Artosis is for you. He is. He's for you. That's all we're talking about here, folks. So, what do we got coming on here on IPVT for your Monday? Going to be a good one, folks. I think it is. We're on Radeon. I didn't remember what the map was, but obviously these indications tell us that's what it is. It's Radeon. What a dead airspace here for traversing back and forth. If you spawn here, for example, and your enemy spawns over here, then hey, good place to run shuttles or dropships or whatnot, right? Orbiters maybe? But cross spawn, not as useful, unfortunately, in that situation. So, gateway coming in. We got ourselves a barracks on the way from Valks as well. So, standard stuff. Let's see who takes who seriously here. Who gets gas before expanding, and who is not going to do that. Protoss? Sometimes we'll see a Nexus first, but not today. Obviously, that gateway's coming in. He's getting his gas. He's treating Valks with proper respect. On the other side of it, gas coming in from Artosis too. Proper respect being shown to Troubleshooter. I'm sure they've met before on the ladder. Now, swinging in with an SCV, see what's going on. The answer is nothing. We're not getting cannon rushed or contained out here. That's good. Not fighting any gateways out on the map. Also fantastic. Just going to scout to the bottom right and to the top right. Go counterclockwise. Just because he feels like it. I wonder if there are particular strategies, like on certain maps, what direction you do want to scout. I wonder if Artosis has that kind of thought, or if he's just whatever, man. He's just whatever, possibly. Cybercore coming in. We've got a supply depot on the way. And there's that first factory coming in at 2:35. Oh, so crisp on the timing here from Artosis. Loving it. Loving it so much. There's the expansion for the Protoss. He's going to wait to get, there you go, Dragoon range until his expansion's on the way. Probe on the way out for the scout now at 3 minutes. SCV comes in and sees. Aha! There is an expansion, but it's not a Nexus first. Thank goodness. Cross spawn Nexus first. Artosis might have rage quit. That is a tough situation for Terran players to extricate themselves from. Not a good time for any Terran player ever. There you go. Now getting Singularity Charge. Got a Dragoon on the way. Not bothering with Zealot harassment. Just going right into Goons. And back home a Machine Shop. So we're going to guess Spider Mines for the first upgrade here from Valks or Artosis. He's expanding now. Waited until the Machine Shop started. He knows Dragoons are coming. Probe and a Dragoon. Post haste. Quickly coming. So, we're going to work on an upgrade here. Spider Mines it is. Just because it's so hard for Protoss to deal with until they have obs. So the harassment, yeah, it's great and everything, but if you're worried about Spider Mines, it really slows you down. Troubleshooter is getting a robotics facility. We'll see if that's for obs or for possibly Reavers later. Again, if you want to make Artosis mad, Reavers are probably a best bet. Carriers, though, really get him upset. Certainly that's the case. Nobody likes playing against carriers when you're a Terran player. Not fun. You know, unless you're Scan and you like to make those cloaked wraiths, and then maybe it's kind of awesome. We've seen Scan do that. Oh! Look at the sneakiness of Artosis proxying a little starport over here. Gonna drop some vultures here inside the Protoss base. You watch the front door, but are you watching the back door? Troubleshooter, is that what you're into? No, maybe not. Maybe not into it. Vulture speed on the way. obviously, because if you're going vultures into the main base, you want to have that speed upgrade. Then he's pushing out. Marines, tanks, spider mines, little standard push out here, nothing crazy. A good Protoss should be able to hold it off. If you're much better than the Protoss, they might die to it, though. We've seen it. We've seen it kill Protoss before, but not when it's a really good Protoss. I don't know how good Troubleshooter is. He's got 300 APM, so he's okay. Not going to complain about that. But Dragoon count's looking pretty healthy. They've got that range upgrade, which is oh so important in situations like this. And look, he's going to push this. And then I think he's still waiting on it. I think he can't quite time it, right? No. Spider mines get laid. Okay, one of them goes down. The other one gets targeted. That means this probe can't exactly get over here and get an easy third base. That's a nice win. And if you spider mine up the location too, that's even better. Probe gets sniped, executed summarily by Artosis. Excellent stuff. Jumping down. Bam. Spider mine down. We are producing a dropship, folks. We got to keep these vultures alive so we can drop them into the main base. Obs are out. Spider mine's not going to be as much of a problem anymore. Siege mode's on the way back home from Artosis. And, oh, gets the other probe that was sent out to expand. That is 2 probes down that were meant to expand over here. Problem is, if Troubleshooter's got some vision over this way, he will see your dropship approach. So I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so now Spider Mines, no big deal. Everything is fine. I don't know. I mean, okay, so he's going to pick up the third one. Pick up the third one. Let's see. Troubleshooter's vision. Yeah, this is like you see it coming. He hit as much as he could. But look, Dragoons running back in, trying to get into position here. They're going to shut this thing down. Because there's just really... Oh, and then he walls off access to behind the minerals with a pylon too. This is great. Pulls the probes up to the northern part of the mineral line. And that's a 2-kill vulture, but not exactly why you brought those in here today, Artosis. Excellent, excellent scouting response from Troubleshooter. Nicely done. Seems like a pretty solid Protoss player. Whether he's Korean, whether he's American, I don't know, Chinese, like he could be anywhere. He could be from any country. Dropship comes home, says, sorry guys, none of the vultures made it out alive. Hey look, it is Reaver stuff. Shuttle speed's on the way. Reaver being produced, big old caterpillar, first of the day. Probably not the last one. You don't get shuttle speed and Reavers and make one Reaver and call it good. Troubleshooter going to try to expand at the 12 o'clock. After his third base, finishes warping in here at the right side at about a 2. And where's Artosis' third base? I know Terrans need that third base at some point. But he did kind of put a lot of the eggs in that vulture drop basket, and I'm not sure it did as much as he wanted it to do. The Protoss has rebuffed a lot of the attempts Artosis has made to harass them, although the delay on this third base was pretty nice. I'm not going to complain about that all that much. Armory on the way. Scouting out to see if there's anything to stop him from getting a third base in that location. Floating the starport all the way home, and a fourth nexus starting at 8 minutes and 40. 8 minutes and 49 seconds? No, we have the money for it. Okay. We're going to get an upgrade instead. That's fine. I like upgrades. I like Dragoons. I like having an army. Sounds great. Obs comes in, sees, 4 siege tanks, couple Marines. Not much. Not a lot of powering up, but this is where we get it. 56 workers, 5 racks, 5 factories. 5 racks would be a different game. Third CC on the way. Inside the main base, and the fourth nexus warping in from Troubleshooter. So he sees the scout, recognizes, okay, he didn't go up for some big 2-base timing. He doesn't have a ton of stuff yet, but he's working on it. So the fourth base I'm going to get, I'll have time to power up there too, and meet him in the middle, and we shall contest. We shall have a contest of who is the mightiest StarCraft player. Temple Archives on the way from Troubleshooter. Could be DTs. Could also simply just be for Storm. Not that Storm is simple. Storm is one of the best upgrades in the entire game. But Reaver's ready to snow style slow down this push from Artosis when he pushes out. Because he's going to come out at some point. Whether it is to establish defense at his third base, or maybe try to come across and kill something. There's a scan. No sign of carriers, which Artosis is no doubt very pleased, but he did see, obviously, the Templar archives. He saw the Reaver stuff. He knows. It's all the same old tricks that Protoss players get up to, eh? Makes another factory. Again, 3rd CC exists, but it's inside the main. To get out here is going to require some finessing. Second robo coming in. Feels pretty gateway manny to me, right? A lot of gateways, a lot of shuttles, some Psystorm, some Zealot bombing, and whatnot. And he gets, there you go. Anything you kill. 1 Vulture down, win. Didn't lose the Reaver, extra win in that situation. Bam. Spider-Mine and a Vulture dies. This is so annoying for Artosis. The delay on his third base, but he delayed the Protoss' third base, so I assume turnabout is fair play in this situation. Missile turret coming in, so the shuttle can't get too close to do some drops in here. Which I don't think he's interested in doing. It's Dragoons on the right, it's Reavers on the left. It's hold position Dragoons, so if the Vultures get too close, they get shot at, and force the tanks to get a little bit closer and a little bit closer. A tank is down, and I think at this point, Troubleshooter is basically like, all right, I've done what I can. I'm not going to lose these Reavers. I'm going to let him land his third base now. But I've delayed it as much as Protossly possible without losing these Reavers either. He just kind of dives into the main. Wow. Loses that shuttle immediately. These guys unload. That shuttle dies too to the turrets. And I don't know. It's okay. He kills a siege tank. He kills maybe a Vulture or 2 there. It was fine. I don't know. I think maybe going home was the better idea there. It looks like maybe Troubleshooter's going to go for another base. 5th base, top left, as the Terran is just now landing his third. Just now. Kadaran Amulet is on the way. Oh, he expanded bottom right. Troubleshooter did. Oh, gosh. This dude, Troubleshooter, going to town right now. $184 to 153 supply. Some Vulture harass coming, but a hard wall at the top of the ramp. With a Dragoon behind it means those Vultures are not going to find any purchase there whatsoever. Dropship, Storm Drop. Maybe going to try to get behind this third base, but turrets are here. This SCV seems stuck back here. Nah, he's building a turret back there. He's got work to do. Storm in, Norman! No! Spider Mines evaporate both of the High Templar before they get a single storm off. Woo! Spider-Mine positioning by Artosis is sick. That was absolutely wonderful. Terran fans everywhere wildly cheering for that one. Big, big, big friggin' deal. So, 3 basing Terran. Very scary, very big, very upgrades, very yes. Working on a +2 there for his mech is awesome. Now Troubleshooter is going to try to slow it down. He needs some Zealot bombs, right? He needs some Psystorm bombs. He needs all that stuff. If he's going to stop this thing, or at least slow it down, maybe while counterattacking somebody somewhere else. But yeah, 72 workers for the Protoss. He's expanding top left. He's got bottom right. 7 total bases for the Protoss and 3 for the Terran. And this is where the Terran needs, okay, either a 4th base or to get out there. He goes for the 4th base. Couple drop ships swinging on in, singing a song. High Templar, storm a thing. There we go. Storming is okay. Killed a couple SCVs. Definitely not the end of the world there, and actually this shuttle might get out of it here with its life, and it somehow surprisingly does. So Artosis lands his 4th base. He says, who needs 3 bases? What are these probes doing out here? No, but seriously, I guess they were transferring down to the bottom right. Kind of got intercepted by vultures a little bit, but there was an escort here nearby. Oh, but more vultures dive on in. Ooh, probe advantage gone. It was 70+ workers there a second ago. Now it's 66 to 63. Protoss has a lead, but not a big one. Not a big one at all. EMP is on the way. These probe transferring to the top left with no incident at all whatsoever. And EMP is going to be a good spell to have against these High Templar. Okay, drop does get spotted. Yeah, by these vultures. He sees them. So here we go. Dropping in to the 4th base. Zealots. Okay, not actually running. Okay, a lot of dudes dying there. That is about a 10 SCV kill, but good engagement over here. Happening simultaneously. That's why Artosis did not recognize he was getting dropped, is because he was pushing up here and winning. Now he's pushing down here, and he's winning. +2 vultures against cannons in smaller numbers do pretty darn well. The 4th base is lifted. I love the Archon. Oh, he kind of stormed his own Archon there a little bit. I don't know if that was the right move, but whatever. Yeah, this bottom right base looks like it's going to die, and that's why Protoss has so many bases. He's going to take this one to make up for the fact that this one is dead. Also, the probe transfer down here died, so it's not the biggest problem here for Troubleshooter. He's got 64 probes. Okay, make that 61 probes. Both players are maxed out. Troubleshooter's working on a bank and also working on continuing to drop zealots on tanks. Ah, beautiful storm there. Excellent, excellent storm as well. Bottom right base does die, but as I pointed out previously, I don't think it really matters. There is a High Templar in this shuttle, but leaving a couple Goliaths back here in case it tries to come back in is a great move. Also, not getting through these turrets either. So his best bet is probably to escape out this way and then maybe try to engage somewhere else. So Artosis just slow and steady today, right? Just playing the tortoise in the tortoise and the hare story. I love leaving the vultures behind to kill these gateways. It takes them a while, but I don't know. It's got to be pretty satisfying for these guys to kill an entire Protoss building like this when, you know, you're not really supposed to do that kind of thing. Troubleshooter expanding again. He's taking his top third of the map now. He says, okay, I'll take my top third, got as many resources out of Artosis' side of the map as I can. This is about as much as I can reasonably expect to have, but I need to be up at least one base on the Terran, so let's make sure he doesn't get this or anything down here, if you can. It's a big ask right now. Bit of a whiff on that storm, but you know, sometimes storm is a zoning spell that keeps the Terran from moving into a position you don't want him to follow. It can work out that way. 64 to 59 workers. Artosis doing a good job replacing the SCVs lost. Got a bunch of idle ones back here at the natural base. And he's building a base in the bottom right that could feasibly be shut down if Troubleshooter's able to get over there. There's a path he can take that is really not easily spotted by the Terran. But Artosis is moving out. If you make the Protoss worry about your attack, then they don't really attack you very much. In huge engagement. We're going to zoom out for this one. Dropping on the tanks on the back line. Trying to get some storms out here too. No, there's one. There's two. He gets 3 storms out and does take out a few of these tanks on the back line. There are 4 tanks remaining. 5 tanks remaining. One of them is unsieged. It's a 30 supply lead right now. Oh, he immediately target fires. The High Templar, nicely done. Great target firing by those vultures. Back home, producing more vultures. We are adding in Goliaths into this mix too. Tank count with their +2/+1 upgrade setup. We've got a +3/+1 for the Protoss. Yeah, man. Artosis looking okay. If we take a third of the map each, things are fine. Troubleshooter is not giving up on the drops, man. He is pretending this is a fastest map situation where you just drop constantly. I mean, can he wipe that out and maybe take down this fourth base as well? This is big stuff. Humongous drop. Tons of zealots. Catching the SCVs on the retreat here is Troubleshooter. SCV evacuate from this position on Artosis. No doubt. Forcing a liftoff on the command center. No anti-air here to deal with it. High Templar storming that ramp as much as they can. And it's a good SCV evac. Still 62 workers from Artosis. It could have been a lot worse. And actually no damage is done to here at all. A lot of the SCVs from the fourth base transfer to that fifth base. Shuttle gets picked off as it retreats. This shuttle is empty and very injured, so nothing to worry about. So a bloodbath of a PVT here. The aggression has almost entirely been on Troubleshooter's side. That said, Artosis did kill this base and this base and took this base for his own. Banks, very impressive right now for the Protoss, not so good for the Terran. 3,800, 1,500 to 300, 1,000. Yeah, he is a pro with these shuttles, man. He is constantly scouting with them, using them for drops all over the place. Sometimes it's Zealots, sometimes it's High Templar, sometimes it's Dragoons. Sometimes it's Reavers happening. Coming across this bridge seems like a fairly terrible idea, but if you can storm the tanks on the other side and make it a little bit easier on yourself, it's not a terrible idea. After all, man, the storms are good here from this Troubleshooter guy. I want to say, I feel like Troubleshooter's got this thing. He seems like an incredible Protoss player. I'm trying to see many differences between this playstyle and how Snow plays, and if it is Snow, that'd be hilarious. Although, I mean, Snow would raffle stomp Artosis in the first 5 minutes, and it wouldn't be this close. So it's probably not him, but the playstyle is definitely evoking Snow. Oh, the storm on these SCVs over here are brutal. Suddenly it's 78 to 60 total workers. High Templar. Oh, he gets the command center too and retreats with a few of his Dragoons while he's at it. Beautiful attack. Fantastic attack here from a Troubleshooter. Artosis not expanding here or here, and he lost a base. In the meantime, he's rebuilding it. He's got the cash for it, just barely though. And Troubleshooter is pretty happy with the status quo. There's no base here. There's no base here. There's no base there. Artosis is effectively mining on 2 bases right now. This one, no, that's not a base. So yeah, from this spot, Troubleshooter's way up. He's maxed out. He's got a big bank. He's got the economy that he needs. He's really keeping Artosis from pushing across the map today. That said, there is a big push, maybe setting up this left side, and then a counterattack would be pretty dangerous too, so playing TVP is it's a nightmare, is what it is. Alright, counterattacking down this way is Troubleshooter. Dude, there's just not a lot here. Yeah, like I said, I think this has been an attack path that's been open for Troubleshooter the entire game. Oh, he decides to come here instead? What the what? Go kill that base! Are you insane? He decides to attack into the teeth of Artosis' center setup here. Beautiful split and spread on these tanks. You can't store more than 1 tank at a time. Reinforcing tanks coming into the middle here too. Bad move. I think Troubleshooter has a much better time coming down and killing that bottom right base. And then maybe even like a drop on the left side while he's at it, then engaging into the teeth of Artosis' whole defense there. I mean, that said, coming in here, maybe he still has the time to kill this base. Who knows? I mean, Vultures at the top of the ramp, Spider Mines at the top of the ramp too. No detection, mind you. The Dragoons are taking some serious hits. Can the Vultures successfully defend this bottom right? They sniped the High Templar. But that's it. Vulture's gone. Spider Mine. Oh, 2 of the 5 Dragoons get killed by Spider Mines, and then reinforcing Vultures come in. And he's actually able to save most of these SCVs with Vulture play. Meanwhile, Zealot runs down to the left side to try to take down a missile turret. There's a DT here, too. Together, we shall destroy... Oh, okay, I don't know what that DT was doing. Bad moves is what it was. 78 to 66 workers. Artosis is rebuilding his economy pretty effectively, I gotta say. And he is finally taking this base in the bottom right corner. This expansion of the bottom right spawn, that natural, the third base of the bottom right spawn, is still within his grasp. Can he hold on? Another counterattack coming down here by Troubleshooter. He still has the cash, man. 7,000, 4,000 as a bank. The Terran barely has 1,000 minerals. Like, this is just not a game for Artosis to win. But a couple bad engagements from Troubleshooter could totally change how this thing turns out. You never know. Good Psy Storm. Great Psy Storms on everything. Everything. Good snipe on a High Templar there, too, by Artosis. So again, tortoising, slow and steady. Slow and steady. Dropping in, dropping in, dropping in. Trying to storm these SCVs, but if you're running them, it's so hard to storm them effectively. That was really well executed, though. Dude, so many dead SCVs with this attack. I don't know how Artosis is going to possibly pull back a victory from this point. I don't. It is a great, great game. He's playing well, but I think Troubleshooter's just been playing better from pretty much the start of the game. Drags a Spider Mine into that tank. Turret's getting sniped. 78, my apologies, to 44 SCVs. He does clean it up, but only after the damage is done. This High Templar has 11 kills before he gets shot in the back by a Vulture. And then another High Templar comes in for yet another storm. Another storm. And then maybe had another one in him, but he did get sniped out. Yeah, Artosis is just on the back foot today. This is how you play PvT, folks. You drop constantly, or you go carriers. One of the two things. Arbiters are also a good way to win the game. With Stasis, just got to watch out for those EMPs. But this is just Gateway Man with shuttles executed at a high level. Only 230 APM. It's not like this guy's got a 400 APM thing going, but Protoss plays slower than the other two races anyway, so we don't expect 500 APMs from a Protoss player at all. Trying to sneak on in, and yeah, I mean, this is just too much Protoss for somebody named Artosis, or anyone really, to handle, and I think this is our GG. I think we're done. If Artosis can't solidify, can't handle this situation, this bottom right situation, he's done. Yeah, he's out. 179 to 113 supply. He doesn't even lift the command center because there are +3 Dragoons here, and he knows what would happen. This bottom right base is dying. I love the Spider Mine saving these saving these SCVs, killing them sometimes too, though. It's over. 171 to 117 supply. Troubleshooter has the biggest bank ever you're going to see in a game like this. Artosis was never really able to muster any kind of an attack across the map. Not even the halfway part of the map. Never threatened this base or this base. He killed these two, but they were his in the first place. Gets a storm off down at the 4th base here at the 6 o'clock. 77 to 44 workers. I just don't think there's anything left here. These guys should be killing SCVs. Artosis has stopped mining with these guys. Maybe just a frustration play by him. Yeah, SCVs fighting against 3-2-3 Zealots. No, sir. No, thank you. Just for sending a whole big zealot group down here. Troubleshooter knows that it's one. He knows that it's one. And he is ready for it to win. Beautiful counter attack down the left side. Everybody dying everywhere. This base is alive, but this base dies now. Like, we're just trading one functional base for another functional base. It's 200 to 100 supply. Artosis is kind of playing keep away right now. I guess he figures that if he can mine enough from these two bases and this base and get some good trades, that Troubleshooter is going to run out of cash eventually, but like I say, it seems like a fairly out there dream to have. Troubleshooter says, screw it, we ball, we're going to counterattack, and by that I mean straight up attack right down the middle into this fourth mining base. I'm going to hit every base possible today. He's dropped at every base. Just blankets every tank with storms. It is a massacre. The micro, the targeting is good from Artosis, but eventually there's just too much Protoss, and you die, and that is your GG. That's it. I don't see anything else here. I've said that a few times, but it's 181 to 49 supply. There's your GG. Artosis taps out, and Troubleshooter is our winner in 31 minutes and 31 seconds. What an insane, insane display there from Troubleshooter. Just outclassing Artosis from start to finish. I was waiting for Artosis to take down a base on the top third of the map here, but he never got the chance to because of the constant pressure here from Troubleshooter, man. Bottom right base, 6 o'clock base. We've got ourselves an 8 o'clock base being attacked. Where will the dropships come from? You never know. You never know if you're Artosis, man. Just a masterclass of PvT. Without arbiters, without any carriers, just gateway units and shuttles. That's it. Tier 1, Tier 2 units and shuttles. I guess Tier 3, the High Templar were pretty important there, right? Yeah, 4 kills and 4 kills. Good sharing, you guys. Sharing is caring. Man, what a PvT. Not as interesting as I thought, but hey, we'll take that, right? Just excellence in PvT from Troubleshooter here. 280,000 points versus 236,000 points here from Troubleshooter, getting outproduced by the Terran player, out-killing the Terran player. Structures raised, 36 by Troubleshooter, only 9 by Valks, and an outspend in 31 minutes of 20,000 plus resources. That helps a lot. That'll get the job done more often than not. All right, well, guess what? That's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.